Welcome back to the show. We are joined by WizKid Mike Semper and also a man with a legendary acting roles under his belt, including roles in EastEnders, Football Factory, Batman Begins, Clash of the Titans, Game of Thrones. But we'll also be talking all things NFT. Welcome to the show, guys.
Good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
This is an unexpected interview because we're getting. I'm going to say two for the price of one.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking acting, NFTs. But first of all, let's go to you, Tamer.
Yes.
Amazing history of acting.
Thank you.
Favourite role to date?
All of them have something a little bit special because for me acting's my happy place, but I think the hardest one was the Football Factory.
Yeah.
Because of the fight scenes and the screaming and the shouting, and I think the best one was got to be The Business. Me and Danny Dyer in Marbella for 3 months. It was a good time. We had good times. So that one, and it was my first sort of lead. I started quite late, and then I did the Football Factory. I did a few sort of small roles on TV. Then I did one with Ken Stott called Spivs, and then Nick Love saw mine and Danny Dyer's relationship on the Football Factory, and he just went away and wrote it and come back and went, there you go, there's your first lead. So that one for me was a little bit special, and people, I think they really like that film.
Do you get recognised every day for that film?
Mostly that film, I mean, I'm nearly 60 movies in, and I've done everything from gladiatorial stuff, comedy, period stuff, but the London Gangster, Dead Man Running, Football Factory, Cast, the London Gangster, I think I do. That's what people like to see me in, so that's what I'll get recognised for.
Do you ever feel like you have to put on that kind of hard man role, or does it just come naturally?
I'm hard in real life. I don't need to put it. I've not done one day in drama school, have I, kid? So it comes naturally. No, you don't have to put it. I mean, people see me and they go, oh, you're just the same as you are in the films, but it's still acting, it's still a craft, it's still an art, and you still have to go to work. So, but it's okay. I'm happy for that.
Are you still looking for those types of roles?
I don't look for any roles. I just like to work. it's being employed, especially in our business. It's such a tough business and such a tough nut to crack. And there's millions of us out there without even agents. So I feel very blessed and very happy that I'm actually working. So, but saying that, I've been turning down a lot of work. I've been really lazy for the last 3 years since the pandemic hit. I was like, great, I can stay at home for 3 months. I'm not go anywhere, I'm not allowed to drive the car. And I was like, can't you do it for 6 months? Because we're always away and I don't get time to spend with the family. But yeah. I have taken a job. I've just signed on for a film with Antonio Banderas, which is quite uncanny because everywhere I go, people go, you really look like Antonio Banderas.
I was literally about to say.
So I'm going to be meeting him next month. It starts on the 4th. It's a great film. I mean, when I got sent the script and the offer, it was like, I said, where's he shooting? I'm thinking it should be somewhere exotic. It's Antonio Banderas, you know what I mean? And they said, no, we're shooting in Suffolk.
Okay.
It's a British crime caper. How is Antonio going to sit in this? But he sits in it brilliantly. It's a bit of a usual suspects type, Kaiser Sosa character that he's playing. But it's quite funny, I spoke to the director the other day. When I read scripts, I read from the audience's perspective. And I was on the plane with the guys coming over and I was really complaining. Who's the villain? Because it says I'm the villain. I'm like, but hang on, he's doing all the... And I don't want to say too much, I don't give you a spoiler, but I spoke to the director about it and he went, shit, I actually didn't see that, you're right. And then I said, have you noticed we do look alike? And he went, oh shit, you do like this, because he wasn't looking. He wanted me to play that role and he waited for me to finally say yes.
Yeah.
And I said, well, maybe we could be brothers, Oh, God, I've got to go away and do rewrites. So we're waiting for the rewrites, but it's an exciting project. I'm really excited to do it. And I'm super excited to work with Antonio because I've been a fan of his for so many years.
So cool.
And I've worked with all the greats, and I'm still like a little kid when it comes to these, because I'm untrained and I got plucked from nothing and thrown in, and people say I'm good at it, and I'm very self-critical and stuff, but to work with these big names and these people that I grew up with watching on TV, it's still always so exciting for me. I don't lose that passion, that excitement for working with these great actors and these directors.
It's amazing here because at the beginning I was like, you said this is like my son Mike, and I was like, are you family? And you're like nearly as good as. But when you're getting these scripts and you're reading them, do you read them with your friends, and do you throw bad ideas, or do you just go straight back to the director and you're like, here's what I think, or do you have a...
I'm renowned for reading nothing. I'm so bad. We did a TV show based on the movie Snatch, which everyone knows, and it's a modern day Snatch. great cast, Rupert Grint, Dougray Scott, Luca Pasqualino, Phoebe Dynevor. I mean, our little crew, the cast was brilliant. And the first one, it was a bit of a mishmash. So I was reading bits, and I kind of create London. Directors will always go, just, how would you say this now? Even on Layer Cake with Matthew Vaughan, and when we did that, it was authenticate the dialogue and stuff. So I'm kind of left to do what I want, but stick to the... And everybody loved the first series so much. I thought, because I can't watch stuff, because everyone goes to business school. When you're in it, it's difficult to actually enjoy it as a cult movie. So second season, 10 eps, I didn't read one ep. I'd turn up and go, what's the sides? And I've got a photograph, so I'd learn this. I now say to the what was the scene before. But this one I actually read. Films, you know, I'll kind of look at them, and if it's a solid role and I'm interested in it, I'll read it, I'll study it, and I'll get into it. And this one I actually read and was on the... I just kept waking them up. Look, I don't understand this. They don't understand what I'm saying, but I'm kind of in it, and I'm going, what about it? And then we was on the phone. I was on the phone to director the other day. I went, yes, he's listened. Because sometimes directors don't listen, and they're ready to shoot, and they're like, Tamer, don't give me a headache. But a creative director will always listen to you and understand what you're doing and trust these actors. So,
were you going to say you have a photographic memory?
I do. Wow. I have a seriously photographic memory. I mean, but there's a flip side to it. I was very dyslexic as a child, so names and dates, forget it.
Yeah.
I've been married 32 years. I don't know my anniversary. Lucky I've got a daughter and manager to go, it's your wife's birthday, it's your mum's birthday, blah, blah. So I've got people. But give me Shakespeare in the makeup chair.
We actually have Shakespeare for you this morning.
4 pages, 5 pages, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I can just read it, deliver it, it's done. So I'm very lucky that way, because actors literally go insane learning dialogue. And this script is dialogue heavy.
Yeah.
Real dialogue heavy, because he's the one explaining to the audiences what's happened, what's he looking for, what's this, what's that. It kind of explains the myth of what Antonio's character is and what the other people are and what's happened. So it's dialogue, which is fine. I love dialogue. I mean, I'm the one that gives dialogue away, because if somebody's in a scene and they're sitting there and they've got nothing to say and they're a bit flat, I'm like, give them something to say. Whereas actors like, give me more dialogue. I'm like, happy to give it away. Do you know what I mean? At one stage I had an interview, because I'm always given the dialogue, my gravel in my voice and the way I deliver dialogue. People say it's very unique and unique to me, and I like it. And I'm like, I think I could actually go through my career now as a mute and not say a word, just turn up.
Do you reckon?
I'd love it, yeah. Just turn up and just say nothing and just act.
But the quality of your voice is amazing. Like, you can just hear it's like it's so unique at the same time.
The Americans like it. I mean, it's quite funny. You get on London Transport, and especially when the mask came out, the hat on, I'm like this, and I've got the hat and I've got the headphones on. No one can see me. I've got the glass. So I'll sit in the corner, because I like London Transport. I like public transport, because it takes so long to get from my house to the centre of town where the office is. And I'd sit down, be on the phone, and people just tap. Tamer, did you see me? You didn't see you. It's your voice. Can I have a picture, please? So yeah, so the voice is very unique. And yeah, I mean, Andy always says I've got a great face for radio, so if it all fails,
solid friendship.
Yeah, solid brotherhood there. But yeah.
But you guys are here in Dubai.
We are.
And I want to touch on a couple of things. There's acting schools, there's NFT space, there's property. You guys take the lead.
Yeah, so we are here. It was a quick hop. I spent 4 months here doing some other stuff, and then we came back. And his father, Andy, is a dear friend of mine. We have another company called Ream Biotechnology. We've got a biotechnology company as well. And he said, we've got an idea. Well, I said, well, our Mikey's got an idea. I said, what's he up to now then? Because he's I'll talk a little bit and I'll hand it over to Mikey, but just to give you an insight into how smart and how clever this boy is and how switched on he is. When he was 12 years old, he wanted a gaming computer which was like £3,000. His father said, it's a bit expensive. So I said, okay, no problem. Can you just buy the parts for me? He built his own gaming computer at 12 years old. And then, as he's moving on, his father sort of bought a digger, put him on a digger and was giving him a job. He says, who's this digger belong to? Oh, it belongs to us. But it's yours now if you want, you can use it. Oh, can I rent it? So he's always in that money-making, entrepreneurial state of mind. And then he just came up with this NFT idea, which started off as something which we can't really say now because the smart contracts are being done now, and we're launching.
Still under wraps, guys. You have to give us something.
We're going to give you our Instagram pages, his page to follow, my page to follow. We're going to start doing lives and stories as we're going along. But I'm going to hand you over to the Wonder Kid and let him explain to you exactly how it started, where it started, and what we can give you. So be careful.
The Wonder Kid, what an intro.
Yeah,
okay.
He's the Wonder Kid. He really is.
Yeah. So thanks for having me on the show. Just to start off, but yeah. So as Tamer said there, it all started as just an idea. It wasn't even long ago. I'd say 2 months from start, and 2 months from then to me being in Dubai it's moving really fast. And Dubai is one of the best places to be for it because of the crypto space, the NFT space, and
Should we give him a little bit?
Let's
give him because everyone's going, what is it?
Yeah.
It's around the automotive business.
Yeah.
Supercars, high-end luxury items. Dubai being the #1 destination in the world for supercars, and being the #1 destination in the world for crypto and NFTs. We're here for that, and it's got gaming.
Yeah.
We've got a comic. We've got a Roger Rabbit style movie being created around it as well. It's got great utilities. It's got me at the front of it. This boy at the front of it. So, but you're a week away. We're a week away, and we will come back in 2 weeks and we'll tell you all about it. I promise.
So you said it's all happened in 2 months, and
Yeah.
and can we touch on the fact that yes, Dubai is the home of crypto. It is the home of people moving here to be part of that space, and obviously it's the home of luxury cars. So
It's my brand. Sorry.
how do you guys, I guess, capitalize on all of these things that we know to promote you guys?
It's quite funny, isn't it? People would never put me and you together.
No,
it's like, how is this kid sitting next to Tamer Hassan? So for me, I kind of turned these. Mikey and his father Andy, they're the ones that actually pitch it, and I just walk in and people are just looking, and they go, "No, it definitely can't be him." And then I'll say, "Don't recognise you from somewhere." Are you that? And I go, "Yeah." So then
You have to speak, and it's the voice.
yeah, then as soon as I open my mouth, it's like, "Yeah, we're here." But we're here because Andy's got a lot of friends here in high places. I have a lot of friends in high places. People want to work with us. People trust us and believe us. And this boy here is the main selling point. And even for what he wants to create later, he wants to create. We've got 10% in the smart contract that we're giving away to charity, and we're sharing the wealth. I'm going to say that much. But what Mikey's dream is, he wants to be a Google, and he wants to create an army of young Mikeys. So apart from him, people saying, "Oh, we want to get people into work," he doesn't want to get kids into work. He wants kids to set up their own business, be businessmen, and make their own money. I'll keep talking for you. Go on. I'm sorry, darling, but I'll keep selling you. Go on.
Well, yeah, I think it's important for everyone to have the freedom of being able to go out on your own legs and make your own business and just try things. With the crypto space and the NFT space, it's getting easier, you know. Sort of if you've got a laptop, then you've got access to it all. And I think there's a lot, we're at the start of the Web3 stage, and there's so much potential for everyone because it's a budding industry, and the amount of people, just the sheer amount of people that can be the lives that will change because of this is amazing.
It's a budding industry, but we also know that it's volatile. So we've seen big dips in the market just recently. How related to that is NFTs? Because personally, I just crypto, NFT, I just hear all these words a lot and I get a little bit confused. So how related are NFTs to cryptos?
Well,
to crypto?
A lot of people sort of, they would use the terms together, but they're actually quite different. So an NFT is bought with crypto, but an NFT isn't crypto. So NFT stands for non-fungible token. Non-fungible meaning completely unique, token meaning that it's stored on a blockchain and then sold on a blockchain with crypto. But they're not the same thing. It's just, if I go to the shop and buy a loaf of bread, money and bread aren't the same thing. You kind of get where I'm going? Mm-hmm. So the two things are different. They're just built on the same blockchains. So there's a lot to be. There's a lot. It's a very deep rabbit hole.
If the crypto market is going up and down, that shouldn't concern people who are interested in possibly investing in cute NFTs.
NFTs is a different market.
Yeah.
You're not governed by the blockchain. You're not governed by cryptocurrency. Is very similar to stocks and shares. You're governed by whether it goes up or down, but you kind of got a little bit more control over an NFT where it has a value that you can sell it for, and that value you can put whatever value you want on it because it's yours. It's minted. It's yours, and you can put whatever. You should follow the trend at Bored Apes, for instance. They've got, you bought them at 200, they went up to over 400,000, which is great because they're buying and selling. But the great thing about NFTs, they're so the people that are in that space is so small, 1, 2, 3% at the moment. Each NFT is trading between 3 and 5 times a week, and there's tens of hundreds, millions of them at the moment, and they're all trading. So you do have a chance of. People say it's crashed, but if you bought in at the start a Bored Ape at $200 and it's down to just over 100, how are you losing? Yeah. So you're not really lost. It's still there. The value's still up. It just goes up and down. It fluctuates like everything else. But if you notice the trend of it, it goes down, fear-mongering, it goes down, and then all of a sudden, just watch it start trickling back up and just sit and wait, and it will go back up. It always does.
So you're interested in NFTs because you believe in the idea?
Yeah, we believe in the idea, and it's quite exciting for us because it's bringing out the child in us as well. What is created. Like
Guys, you're teasing us, like what he's creating.
The game in the comics, that I'm creating a movie around it. It's got great utilities around it. It's a trusted NFT that we're creating for everyone, and everybody's going to be able to really benefit from what we're doing. This isn't a me. We're taking. We're going to give so much back.
Sold, lads, sold. In 2 weeks' time, I'm going to be the first. I have not invested, but this is it. I'm sold.
You will want to throw something in, but you've got to get in quick. We've done the first round, so I'm not being a salesman, but we are genuinely gifting people in that space, and we're creating amazing communities organically without pushing it. And people are just sort of on this kid already. That's why I'm saying, like, Tamer's here. I want it to be Mikey and Tamer, not Tamer and Mikey. I want him to go and drive his own life and become the wonder kid that he is. And
how are you doing this all? Like, you're in school? Like, how are you balancing life and everything else with this kind of mega business that you're about to launch?
Well, mega, yeah.
Mega pint. Sorry.
It's timed out pretty well. So 2 months ago, I was still in school. Last Thursday, I finished my last GCSE, so my final year of school. My dad picked me up from school, and we went straight to the airport, met Tamer, flew.
Wow.
Yeah. Flew over here, and it's just been non-stop.
Let's go. Since, what we created in 6 to 8 weeks, we're sitting down with people and they're going, no, hang on, you've done 1, 2, 3. You're here in 6 weeks. Yeah, because his dad's a bit of a ball breaker, pardon my French. His dad's got on him, and his dad will turn up, and he's a fantastic businessman as well, a really, really hard-nosed businessman, fair but hard. We came here, people were offering us millions, and he's like, first thing, this is a now job. This isn't I'm coming back next week to do it. And then they just were sort of taking their time. Most people in business are in reverse. That's what I thought Spain was bad. Mañana. Here it's like everyone's in. So he just said to me, "Do you want to put your money?" And I said, "Yeah." "You going to put your money?" "Yeah." So we matched each other's money, and we went straight behind the kid, and we are here now. To the point where we met. Can I say his name? The author. Am I allowed to say his name? What was his name? Carl. So a friend of ours, Carl, who wrote 2 best-selling books on crypto, he came to see us. We set up an office here. He came to see us, and his 3rd book is going to be about NFTs. And then we put him in front of Mikey, and he's like, "I'm going to give you chapter 11. Take it." So chapter 11's there. He's here with us now. Every time we sit somewhere, people are just. They've stopped looking at me and they're looking at him, which is exactly what we want to do. We want to create this amazing wonder kid and
so Wonder Kid, Mike Sempra on Instagram. Like, what are your friends thinking? Like, you've landed in Dubai and you're like, you're working with Tamer Hassan and you're building this. Like, what do people on Instagram think of what's going on right now?
Well, for me, right now, it's surreal. And obviously, when I'm sharing it with people, they just, wow. Like, my friends have said, like, "Oh, Mikey, you're doing loads. Like, well done." Yeah, I've not had any negativity. Everything's just positive. Everyone's supportive. Instagram's really good for that. Well, my Instagram anyway. Everyone's dead supportive. So, really positive experience so far, and it's just going to continue like that.
Long may it continue. Guys,
Yeah.
we are buzzing for the announcement, buzzing for the
Amazing.
launch.
Thank you so much.
But right before we leave us, give us a quick rundown. You mentioned there's a property company that you're also working in, and like, how are you like fiddling, like puppeteering all of these different businesses? How do you have the time?
Well, I tell you what, Cass over there, who's everybody knows, Cass is an amazing man. He does everything for us. I don't know how he finds the time to do it, but he's in the property game, and he's actively helping us create a Tamer Hassan School of Arts, because the reason why I want to do it, we're setting one up as we speak now in Cyprus. We're just set with a public company. For me, when I first started off, just quickly, I don't want to bore you with it, but when I started off, I was very lonely because there wasn't so many ethnic people in Hollywood doing what they're doing, and it was very lonely. And I look around these spaces, and yes, you know, the UAE's independent, Turkey's independent, everybody's great filmmakers, but nobody really gets a chance to actually showcase their talent and put it on the world stage. It's very isolated. It's very in your region. You know, I've experienced directors winning Oscars and stuff like that, but nobody ever hears about it. Do you see what I'm saying? Unless you're UK, Spain, or you've created. And I had to create my own essential element. I had to create my own value. I had to create everything. And I stood there, and I remember I was swimming upstream as a kid from Muslim descent, sitting in a Jewish world. It was always people saying to me, change your second name, do this. And this was in the early days, not now. It's very different now. And I didn't get upset about it. I was like, you know, I'll sit down. That's not going to happen. I didn't want to play a terrorist. I didn't want to play a rapist. I didn't want to play these sort of roles because I kind of stuck to my guns.
They were the roles, the stereotypical roles.
That's what
that
they wanted us
offered.
to do. Yeah, they were the terrorists, this, that, and I just said, no, I'm not doing it. And they were great films. They were big films. I don't want to go see Rihanna, these great films, but I'm not going to go in a film and do those roles, especially of that time, because then you're sort of stereotyped and you're done. And I have, you know, there's certain things I won't say in films. I can do it differently. You know, the racist words I won't use, and you know, the paedophilia and stuff. I just won't do them. I've got children. And when I was growing up, I remember there was a lot of drug taking and robberies and killings and all of that stuff. My kids were young, and kids actually thought their dad was really doing that stuff. So you have to be careful as a parent as well. My daughter's very famous now as well. So
I know, Love Island.
Yeah, Love Island, that Belle, Love Island, she's very famous. She's overtaken me now. It's quite funny. I get introduced onto sofas now as Belle Hassan's dad, which is great for me. I'm very proud. But that's the power of reality TV, so we shouldn't mock it.
But what you're doing at the essence is fantastic. So from what you've learned over the years from swimming upstream, you're giving back and creating this
100%.
Tamer Hassan School of Arts that's going to be here in the UAE.
We're going to be here in the UAE. As I said, we're building one in Cyprus this week, but I just want it to go everywhere. And I have my own style of acting where I'm untrained. I tried reading Stanislavski. I tried to go to school. I went with Mark Bowden, who's a top acting coach, and he just said, mate, you know, and Bob Hoskins, God rest his soul, was my Hollywood dad. And I actually said to him, we did Unleashed. It was me, Morgan Freeman, Jet Li, and I'm sort of sitting there with these guys, and I said, I need to go to drama school. It's too late for you, son. He went, why? I said, your eyes, your movement. He said, how you are, you're good because you're fearless. I said, well, I'm not fearless, I'm terrified. He said, no, you're fearless because you don't know. If you go to drama school, you've got a big chance of them changing you, speech patterns, this, that. I said, just tread the boards, stay as you are, and learn as you go along, because it's like anything. I treat the film set as a building site. A bricklayer can sit in a classroom and build a wall, but you don't become a bricklayer to go on site and build a house. You don't become an actor. They say 20 years to become an actor. So I've kind of created my own style of acting and what I do and how I prepare for characters, and I just want to share that with everyone. And I can sit down with kids from the inner cities, because I come from flats, I come from nothing, and make people believe the dream that somebody from Rochdale can do what he's doing, and get people like me and his father to back him, and then, you know, take these kids out and go, look, you can do this, and we're going to give you a platform to do it, and build a studio where we make our own movies and push them around the world.
And you don't need to change.
Huh?
You don't need to change, because that's the message that you've sent. You didn't need to change yourself, and you made it big.
Absolutely. I dug my heels in and went through the trials and tribulations and the downs and the ups and the upsets, and I'm going to stop people from going through that again. They don't need to go through that now, especially in this day and age with our multicultural society. We don't need to do that. You know, we're not the token actor now, whether you sort of die in Act 3, with your feet hanging out of an alien's mouth. you know, and that's how it was then, as sad as it is.
Epic. So incredible to have you guys on the show. Really, truly
Thank
appreciate it, guys. That is, of course, Tamer Hassan and WizKid Mike Sempra. Follow us for the stories.
16 years old.
What date are we announcing?
Next week.
Next week.
Follow us, follow me on Instagram, follow the boy, follow our page, they'll put it out for you. We're going to start doing lives, we're going to start announcing stuff and showing more and more. So just stay tuned.
Teasers are coming, the hype is real, and as soon as this live is over, I'm going to get the inside out. Guys,
we're going to give it to you, we're going to give it to you, we're going to let you
I'm going to get DMs. Guys, that is it for us.
You promise you're not going to tell anyone.
Mum's the word. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. A massive thank you to you both again.
Thank
Bye
you,
from me.
everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.